As CP Algebra 1, this is page 129 and 130. So let's go ahead and figure this out. We know our A value is 2, our B value is -8, our C value is equal to 7. So remember, we're going to use x equals negative b over 2a. So I'm going to get -8 over 2 times 2, which is going to give me 8 over 4, which is 2. So our vertex will line somewhere on this vertical line. And then our vertex, we're going to say that it's 2 comma, we'll plug 2 in. 2 plugged in to x squared becomes 4, because 2 squared is 4, times 2 is 8. Minus 8 times 2 is 16 plus 7. So that's going to give me -1. So 2, -1 is our vertex. And let's pattern graph. The pattern graph, we're not going to use 1, 3, 5. It's going to be a times that. A is 2, so we're going to say it's going to be 2, 6, 10. So if we do this one, I'm going to go right 1 up 2, left 1 up 2. Okay, so far we know that we have 2, -1, and now we have 1, comma 1, and 3, comma 1, because it's each side. And then we're going to go right 1 up 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, left 1 up 6. So there's our parabola. We know that this gives me the point 4, comma 7, and this gives me the point 0, comma 7. And 0, comma 7 happens to be the y-intercept because the x value is 0. We don't have any x-intercepts that we know exactly, because unless we use the quadratic formula, which we're not going to worry about using the quadratic formula on those, okay? Number 5, we know our A value is -1, our B value is -6, our C value is -1. So x equals -b over 2a, which is -6 over 2 times -1. So -6 is 6, 6 over -2. So our axis of symmetry is going to be -3, which is right over here. Our vertex, we know that it's going to be -3, comma something. So -3 squared is 9. With that negative is going to give me -9. -3 times -6 is +18. And then -1. -9 plus 18 is 9. 9 minus 1 is 8. So -3, comma 8, we're up here. That's our vertex. And then we can pattern graph. Our pattern graph will be a times 1, 3, 5. Okay, we have a -a, so it's -1, -3, -5. So I'm going to go right 1 down 1, left 1 down 1, so that's going to give me a couple more points. Looks like I'm going to get -2, comma 7 and -1, comma 7. I guess I went the wrong way. Not -2. Yeah, -2, comma 7. Oh, that should have been -4, comma 7. Sorry about that. And then we're going to go right 1 down 3, left 1 down 3. So that's going to give me -1, comma 4 and -5, comma 4. And then we could probably do one more, and that'll get us the y-intercept. So if we go right 1 down 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, left 1 down 5. So here's our parabola. And our y-intercept is right there, so that's 0, -2. Or 0, -1, excuse me. Which we see, that's also our y-intercept. Okay, let's take a look at the backside. So my A value is 1, my B value -4, my C value is 4. I'm going to go x equals -b over 2a. So I'm going to get -1 over 2, or -4 over 2 times 1. -4 is 4, 4 over 2 is 2, so x equals 2. Our vertex will be 2 comma something. So let's take 2, plug it in. 2 squared, which is 2 times 2 is 4. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8 plus 4. If we add those together, we get 0. So 2 comma 0, it's right there. Our pattern graph is going to be a times 135. Our a value is 1, so we're just going to pattern graph with 135. So I'm going to go right 1 up 1, left 1 up 1, right 1 up 1, 2, 3, left 1 up 3. There's enough for our parabola. So our y-intercept looks like it's going to be at 0 comma 4. And our x-intercept is going to be 2 comma 1. There's only one of them. So we got 2 comma 0, 1 comma 1, 0 comma 4, 3 comma 1, 4 comma 4. And then if we wanted to write this in intercept form, if we factored that, what two numbers multiply together to give me positive 4, add together to give me negative 4. So it's going to be x minus 2 and x minus 2. So sometimes we can factor it out, especially if we can see where it crosses the x-axis. That's kind of cool, and I only did it once there. So my a value is negative 3, b value is 12, c value is negative 9. So I'm going to get x equals negative b over 2a, which is negative 12 over 2 times negative 3. Negative 12 over negative 6 is positive 2. So we know the vertex, plug the vertex in. 2 squared is 2 times 2, which is 4, times negative 3 is negative 12, plus 24 minus 9. So negative 12 plus 24 is 12. 12 minus 9 is 3. So my vertex is at 2 comma 3, which is up here. Our pattern graph is going to be negative 3 times 135. So it'll be negative 3, negative 9, negative 15. So if I go right 1, down 3, left 1 down 3, then I go right 1 down 9, left 1 down 9. So it looks like I get negative 1 comma 0. I also get 3 comma 0. Oh, that's positive 1, excuse me. And then I get 0, negative 9. And then I get also 4 comma negative 9. So our y-intercept is going to be where x is 0, so 0, negative 9. Our x-intercepts are going to be 1 comma 0 and 3 comma 0. If we want to write this in factored form, look, do the opposite of 1, do the opposite of 3. There's factored form. So we didn't have to go too hard on that one. But then we do need to make sure we put that negative 3 out front right there. So that's truly the factored form. That's a tougher one. Then number 8. Our a value is negative 1. Our b value is negative 8. Our c value is negative 12. X equals negative b over 2a. So that's negative 8 over 2 times negative 1. That's going to give me 8 over negative 2. 8 over negative 2 is negative 4. So negative 4 is our axis of symmetry. Our vertex is going to be negative 4 comma something. Plug negative 4 in. Negative 4 squared is 16. With the negative is negative 16. Negative 4 times negative 8 is positive 32 minus 12. So that's going to give me 16. 16 minus 12 is negative 4. So negative 4, right there. We don't know our y-intercept yet, but we know we have negative 4. Our pattern graph is going to be negative 1, negative 3, negative 5. So I'm going to go right 1 down 1, left 1 down 1, right 1 down 3, left one down 3. So we do know those values. So I get -3, -2, and that what happens at -5 and -5. And then I get -4 and -1. So that happens at -8, -8. The y-intercept, I can't really see from graphing, but remember it's 0, c, so it's 0, -12. The x-intercepts are, because they won't cross the x-intercept at all, they are called no real solutions. That's the name of the number system. It doesn't cross the x-axis. Factored form, that's not going to work. It didn't cross the x-axis, so no factor form. Okay, so we're doing okay, I hope. So let's go back to page 131, if you don't mind. All right, so yeah, I think you'll like this one. Factored form is pretty nice. Now, so notice this one. If I just have x squared, we get a vertex at 0, 0. If I have in parentheses x minus 2, because it's minus, the vertex is 2 over. So our vertex is going to be at 2, 0. I'm going to do the opposite of 3. It's going to shift left, so I'm going to get -3, 0. And then on this one, it's going to give me shift left. So remember, it's going to shift opposite of when you do. So opposite shifting. All right, so then we know this one's still 0, 0. Notice I have a subtraction. It's not in parentheses this time. It's just in subtraction. So the vertex is going to shift down. Not in parentheses, it's going to go up. Not in parentheses, it's going to go down. All right. Also, some things to take a look at is if I have a fraction out front, it makes it wider. Okay. Okay, so the green is the original. Then if I go half, it makes it fatter. The green is the original. I know yours is just dotted on your page. The 1/4 makes it really kind of fat. But then when I change it to a 2, the green is the original, the dot is the original, the blue is skinnier, so it's making it skinnier. Look what I do with a 4. The dotted is the original, it's getting real skinny, and then it flips it over. So if in front of x squared is a fraction, fraction starts with f, so it is fatter or wider. If in front of the x squared is a number, makes it skinny. And if in front of the x squared is negative, flip over. All right, how does changing the a of graph x squared? Well, we just talked about that on the last one. So find the vertex of this one. So it's going to be opposite of here. So I get h. Same here, hk. So opposite sign when it's in parentheses, same sign outside. So let's take a look at this. Opposite of -2 is +2. Same here, so 2, 3. So 2, 3. It's right there. Axis of symmetry, because I know this is going to be x equals 2. And then we can pattern graph. So what's out in front of here is a 1. So I'm going to pattern graph as 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to go right 1, up 1, left 1, up 1, right 1, up 3, left 1, up 3. So it looks like I have 3, 1, 0, 4. So 3 is at 4, 1 is at 4, 0 is at 7, 4 is at 7. Our y-intercept is 0, 7. Will this parabola ever cross the x-axis, which is right there? And the answer is no. So the answer is no real solution. Okay, there's other times when it does cross it, we can't see it. We call those irrational. These are called no real solution. All right, our vertex opposite of inside is going to be -5. Same outside is -1. So -5, -1 is down here. Our axis of symmetry, because we know the vertex, it's the x component of the vertex. Our y-intercept we don't know yet, but I do know my vertex is -5, -1. Our pattern graph is going to be -1, -3, -5 because I have the negative out in front. So I'm going to go right one down one, left one down one, right one down 3, left one down 3, right one down 5, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it squeezed in. Left one down 5. Wow. All right. Hey, did it cross the y-axis yet? The answer is no. So let's fill out the rest of this. -4, -6, -3, -7. So that's going to go to -2, -2, and -5, -5. So the y-intercept, how are we going to find the y-intercept? Remember, the y-intercept is 0, comma something. So if we plug 0 into the original, that's going to be 0 plus 5 is 5. 5 squared is 25, but that negative is -25 minus 1. Oh my gosh, look at that. -26. -0, comma -26. That's way off our graph. The x-intercepts, that parabola is not going to cross at all, so no real solution. Okay. Remember, there's times it could cross it. They become irrational. Sometimes they're just nice whole numbers, which is great. All right, let's take a look at our vertex. It's going to be opposite, same. So -1, -10 is way down here. Our axis of symmetry is x equals 1. So right up here. Our y-intercept, well, let's figure that out. So let's pattern graph. Our pattern graph is going to be 3, 9, 15. Okay, because I'm going to triple 1, 3, 5. So I'm going to go right one up 3, 1, 2, 3, left one up 3. So here I'm going to get to 0, -7. Here I'll get to -2, -7. And then I'm going to go up 9, right one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Left one up 9. All right, so I also know that I get 1, comma 2 and -3, comma 2. So there's our parabola. Oh, I drew that ugly. Y-intercept right there. So 0, -7. The x-intercepts, so we take a look. It does indeed cross, but these are called irrational because you would use the quadratic formula on that. It would be tough, but you could do it. You're going to get some weird square roots. Okay, so why don't you try? Why don't you see if you can try? Ooh, page 133, 134. And let's try 1 through 10. And think about us having a small quiz on Wednesday. Okay? Have a nice day. Let me know if you need any help. I'm happy to help you. Bye-bye.